Here we go! Bethesda Game Studio with... I don't know why I'm doing these weird voices. Not even good voices. That's right, I should be doing this accent there now, laddie. Hey, it's fine. I don't even understand it now. I'm gonna continue, but I'm probably gonna spawn on top of a dragon. Alright. That's for people that know my Scottish accent and like it, or hate it. Either way. Either way. Alright. Are you gonna spawn at all, or am I not getting dragony? Nice. Alright, no dragon. Oh. You know, your armor looks kind of like, I mean, it's dwarven steel, but it's brassy. So it's probably not going to be, you know, getting too gross in the rain here. I should go to hold down to run, is it? I think it's that. Oh, cool. Did I go the wrong way? No. Yeah, I'm heading towards Rorikstead. Just looking at my quests. At some point I will retrieve Metalbane, I swear. I feel like dealing with hag ravens. Oh, whoops. Don't attack my Eagle-Liar. No, stop, stop, stop. Hey, hey.
I'm right behind you. You lead, I'll follow.
Hello. Can I just take that? It's like... Put my finger to that ring. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright. Hello. There's a dragon over there. I think my dragon finally woke up. Shout! Fus Roda! I'm never gonna hit him. Where is he even fighting? I don't want his... I want to eat his soul. I've never been able to shoot them in the sky, even in the base game. Even with a controller or a keyboard or whatever. Not that I've used keyboards, but is that? I don't think that's Alduin, is it? That's Alduin. I'm never gonna kill him. Oh, here we go. Good, kill the Thalmor. Please go back to the Thalmor. There we go. Got him. Yep, that was the guy I was waiting for. Oh my gosh. Now more Justicar, huh? Kick the body. Can't kick bodies. More elf corpses. At least we got him. That's what matters to me. So I got a lot of dragon souls that I haven't spent yet, don't I? I don't think I spent any. No, I just have Become Ethereal, Disarm, Frost Breath, Kind's Peace. I'll have to look some of these up later. Put them in my system. Wold! Shout Wold! Yeah! Hi!
Mayuk is tired now. Go bother somebody else.
Okay. I think you're mad because I accidentally shouted at you and then Lydia beat you to within an inch of your life. Which, understandable. I'd be tired of that person too. What am I seeing in the distance here? Oh. Yeah, that's not anywhere near me. Hey, I know how to run now. Yay!
Real business. Be on your way.
Come on.
Be careful. Somebody do something.
Got it.
Citizen, I'm warning you. Your presence is interfering with imperial business.
No, I'm saving you from a wolf attack. Dick. Alright. The Empire are dumb, and the Stormcloaks are dumber and racist. We feel like taking sides in politics today. One side's dumb, one side's even dumber and racist. Like, just avoid them all. Alright. Whew. Weirdly, this is normally where I end up fighting the dragon. Rorikstead. Children running around. Oh no, come on.
A few moments later.
Here we go. So I have all from trying to alt tab on something. Oh my god, really? Okay, good. I'm not too far back. Hi.
If you beat up my sister Sissel, I won't help.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna do that. She's a child. Yeah, see? There's like a house over here randomly, isn't there? It's full of like Skeavers, and it's weird. But I've never seen a quest for it. Yes, I think that's this house, yeah. Come on. So many Skeavers. Where were you? Alright. Yes, the torch. Good idea. Come on, there we go.
The First Hold Revolt by Navius Sai. The story of how Hlelu Helseth's sister kept the Somerset Isle city of First Hold. You told me that if her brother won, she would be sister to the King of Wayrest, and Raymond would want to keep her for the alliance. But her brother Helseth lost, and has fled with his mother back to Moorland, and still, Raymond has not left her to marry me. Lady Gieline took a long, slow drag of the hookah, and blew out dragon's breath, so the scent of blossoms perfumed her gilded chamber. You make a very poor advisor, Kale. I might have spent my time romancing the King of Cloudrest, or Alanor, instead of the wretched royal husband of Queen Morgaya. Kale knew better than to hurt his lady's vanity by the mere suggestion that the King of Firsthold might have come to love his Dunmer Queen. Instead, he gave her a few minutes to pause and look from her balcony out over the high cliff palaces of the ancient capital. The moons shone like crystal on the deep sapphire waters of the Abyssinian Sea. It was ever springtide here, and he could well understand why she would prefer a throne in this land than in Cloudrest or Alanor. Finally, he spoke.
Does this guy have like a thing, or is he just
do not relish
stupid?
the idea of Raymond's dark elf heirs ruling the kingdom when he is gone.
Searching.
She said calmly. I wonder if, as the king would not give up his queen for want of alliances, whether she would give herself up out of fear. Of all the people of Firsthold, who most dislikes the Dunmer influence on the court? Is this a trick question, my lady? Asked Kale. The Trebite monks, of course. Their credo has ever been for pure Altmer bloodlines on Somerset, and among the royal families most of all. But, my lady, they make very weak allies. I know, said Gieline, taking up her hookah again thoughtfully, a smile creeping across her face. Morgaya has seen to it that they have no power. She would have exterminated them altogether had Raymond not stopped her for all the good they do for the country folk. What if they found themselves with a very powerful benefactress, one with intimate knowledge of the court of Firsthold, the chief concubine of the king, and all the gold to buy weapons with that her father, the King of Skywatch, could supply? Well armed, and with the support of the country people, they would be formidable, nodded Kale. But as your advisor, I must warn you. If you make yourself an active foe of Queen Morgaya, you must play to win. She has inherited much of her mother, Queen Baranzaya's intelligence and spirit of vengeance. She will not know I am her foe until it is too late, shrugged Gieline. Go to the Trebite monastery and bring me Friar Lyle. We must strategize our plan of attack. For 2 weeks, Raymond was advised about growing resentment in the countryside from peasants who called Morgaya the Black Queen, but it was nothing that he had not heard before. His attention was on the pirates of a small island off the coast called Kaluas Lar. They had been more brazen as late, attacking royal barges in organized raids. To deliver a crushing blow, he ordered the greatest part of his militia to invade the island, an incursion he himself would lead. A few days after Raymond left the capital, the revolt of the Trebite monks exploded. The attacks were well coordinated and without warning. The chief of the guards did not wait to be announced, bursting into Morgaya's bedchamber ahead of a flurry of maidservants. My queen, he said, it is a revolution. By contrast, Gieline was not asleep when Kale came to deliver the news. She was seated by the window, smoking her hookah and looking at the fires far off in the hills. Morgaya is with council, he explained. I am certain they are telling her that the Trebite monks are behind the uprising, and that the revolution will be at the city gates by morning. How large is the revolutionary army, in contrast to the remaining royal militia? Asked Gieline. The odds are well in our favor, said Kale, though not perhaps as much as we hoped. The country folk, it seems, like to complain about their queen, but stop short of insurrection. Primarily, the army is composed of the monks themselves, and a horde of mercenaries your father's gold bond. In a way of thinking, it is preferable this way. They are more professional and organized than a common mob. Really, they are a true army, complete with a horn section. If that doesn't frighten the Black Queen into abdicating, nothing will, smiled Gillian, rising from her chair. The poor dear must be beside herself with worry. I must fly to her side and enjoy it. Gillian was disappointed when she saw Morgaya come out of the council chambers. Considering that she had been woken from a deep sleep with cries of revolution and had spent the last several hours in consultation with her meager general force, she looked beautiful. There was a sparkle of proud defiance in her bright red eyes. "My queen!" Gillian cried, forcing real tears. "I came as soon as I heard. Will we all be slaughtered?" "A distinct possibility," replied Morgaya simply. Gillian tried to read her, but the expressions of women, especially alien women, were a far greater challenge than those of Altmer men. "I hate myself for even thinking to propose this," said Gillian. "But since the cause of their fury is you, perhaps if you were to give up the throne, they might disperse. Please understand, my queen, I am only thinking of the good of the kingdom and our own lives." "I understand the spirit of your suggestion," smiled Morgana, "and I will take it under advisement. Believe me, I thought
Under
of it
advisement.
myself, but I don't think it will come to that." "Have you a plan for defending us?" asked Gillian, contorting her features to an expression she knew bespoke girlish hope. "The king left us several dozen of his royal battle mages," said Morgaya.
Yeah,
"I
they're
think
usually
the
more.
mob believes we have nothing but palace guards and a few soldiers to protect us. When they get to the gates and are greeted with a wave of fireballs, I find it highly likely that they will lose heart and retreat." "But isn't there some protection they could be using against such an assault?" asked Gillian in her best worried voice.
Yeah, again with
If
the
they knew about it,
Right
naturally
by head.
there is. But an unruly mob is unlikely to have mages skilled in the arts of restoration, by which they could shield themselves from the spells, or mysticism, by which they could reflect the spells back on my battle mages. That would be the worst sin. But even if they were well organized enough to have mystics in their ranks, and enough of them to reflect so many spells, it just isn't done. No battlefield commander would advise such a defense during a siege unless he knew precisely what he was going to be meeting. And then, of course, once the trap is sprung, Morgaya winked, it's too late for a countering spell. "A most cunning solution, your highness," said Gillian, honestly impressed. Morgaya excused herself to meet with her battle mages, and Gillian gave her an embrace. Cale was waiting in the palace garden for his lady. "Are there mystics amongst the mercenaries?" she asked quickly. "Several, in fact," replied Cale, bewildered by her query. "But largely rejects from the Sijic order, but they know enough to cast the regular spells of the school. You must sneak out the city gates and tell Friar Lilum to have them cast reflection spells on all the front line before they attack," said Gillian. "That's most irregular battlefield strategy," frowned Cale. "I know it is, fool, but that's what Morgaya is counting on. There's a gang of battle mages who are going to be waiting on the battlements to greet our army with a barrage of fireballs." "Battle mages? I would have thought that King Raymond would have brought them with him to fight the pirates." "You would have thought that," laughed Gillian, "but then we would be defeated. Now go!" Friar Lilum agreed with Cale that it was a bizarre, unheard-of way to begin a battle, casting reflection spells on all one's troops. It went against every tradition, and as a Trebite monk, he valued tradition above every other virtue. There was little other choice, though, given the intelligence. He had few enough healers in the army, as it were, and their energies could not be wasted casting resistance spells. At dawn's light, the rebel army was in sight of the gleaming spires of Firstwood. Friar Lilum gathered together every soldier who knew even the rudimentary secrets of mysticism, who knew how to tap into the elementary conundrums and knots of the energies of magicka.
Here we
Though
go.
few were masters of the art, their combined force was powerful to behold. A great surge of entangling power washed over the army, crackling, hissing, and infusing all with their ghostly force. When they arrived at the gates, every soldier, even the least imaginative, knew that no spell would touch him for a long time. Friar Lilum watched his army batter into the gate with the great satisfaction of a commander who has counteracted an unthinkable attack with an outrageous defense. The smile quickly faded from his face. They were met at the battlements not by mages, but by common archers of the palace guard. As the flaming arrows fell upon the siegers like a red rain, the healers ran in to help the wounded. Their healing spells reflected off the dying men, one after the other. Chaos ruled as the attackers suddenly found themselves defenseless and began a panicked, unorganized retreat. Friar Lilum considered briefly holding his ground before fleeing himself. Later, he would send furious notes to Lady Gillian and Cale, but they were returned. Even his best secret agents within the palace were unable to find their whereabouts. Neither had, as it turns out, much previous experience with torture, and they soon confessed their treachery to the king's satisfaction. Keo was executed, and Jillian was sent back with escort to her father's court of Skywatch. He has still to find a husband for her. Raymond, by contrast, has elected not to take a new royal concubine. The common folk of Firsthold consider this break in palace protocol to be more of the sinister alien influence of the Black Queen, and grumble at all who will listen.
Shout, Fus Roda! Ah, too high. Got her. Okay, you got her. Good job.
Bad time to get lost.
See, that's what a headshot should look like. Now see, that would have been a time for decapitation. Command Foos! Or, sorry, shout Foos! Shout Foos!
Oh, splendid.
Splendid, huh? We gotta grab that hammer if you happen to have a thing, which you do not.
A new hand.
Oh, joy.
touches the beacon. Listen, hear me and obey. A foul darkness has seeped into my temple. A darkness that you will destroy.
I will I?
Return my beacon to Mount Kilcreath.
Alright.
I will make you the instrument of my cleansing light.
Alright, so I got the thingy. Did I kill this one? He was smelling the camera. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop here. Quick save. Command, quick save. Wait. Nope, that worked. Okay. Alrighty then. I am going to say goodbye to all of you. Goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.